a lot of these recent GR release Jordans go on sale. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 78 of going from $100 all the way up to $100,000. And from last episode, we sold a bunch of stuff, bringing our new total all the way to here. A decent amount of money, I'm not gonna lie. Could be a lot better, but we do have like tens of thousands of dollars in our inventory alone. So let's pray we can continue selling a lot of these stuff and just grow that grand total. And yeah, with that being said, let's waste no time, head up to some stores and see what we can pick up today.
Perfect.
And we are back, and you know, it was an alright day today, not gonna lie. We didn't pick up that much stuff. We only got 2 shoes, but a bunch of sizes in them. First off are these Jordan 11 lows. They just came out. It is this white cement colorway. A super clean pair of Jordan 1 lows, I'm not gonna lie. You guys have to let me know in the comments below. Are you guys picking these up as a personal? They're not doing crazy well right now in the resale market. I grabbed 2 size 13s and 2 6.5 Ys because those are just performing like the best out of everything. And I'm not gonna lie, these should probably move by the end of the episode, maybe even next episode, because I'm trying to quick sell these. That's usually what I try to do once these new Jordans come out. I try to quick sell like the more profitable sizes, which usually are like the 13s and 7Ys. And yeah, not gonna lie, a super clean pair of 11s here. Would I have them as a personal? Honestly, I'm not too sure. These guys, these are definitely going to go down in price eventually. These are probably going to sit for a hot minute. And if you guys have been paying attention, like I've been telling you to, once you go to your like Foot Lockers, your Champs, JD Sports, all that stuff, you'll notice a lot of these recent GR release Jordans go on sale. Like literally just a few episodes ago, I added 2 new shoes into my collection just because we got them on sale. If you guys do remember, we got the Jordan 13 UNCs and the Jordan 6 Georgetowns. I got both of them in my collection because they were stupid cheap. And once those go down, I don't know if I'll get them at 25% off. Maybe if I somehow find them for like 50% off, which I highly doubt that would ever happen. But maybe if I even find them for like that 160 mark that I found these ones for, then I would pick them up. But other than that, I don't really need them in my collection, not gonna lie. I have heard some people say that Jordan 11 lows are the most comfortable Jordan model there is, but I don't know about that one. You guys would have to comment down below if you have any Jordan 11 lows. Are they mad comfy, or was that guy just capping? Because honestly, I have no idea. But yeah, a nice shoe. Not gonna lie, I do not really like the hints of blue on this shoe. It just looks a little out of place in my opinion. I think it could have done a lot better with maybe like black accents other than the blue. If you can see inside, even the insole is blue and the bottoms do have that blue. I don't know. I don't think blue really fits this shoe. I think that black would look a whole lot nicer, but that's just my opinion. Then finally, if you guys have been watching, you've seen these before. Again, I'm not too sure how well this is gonna look on screen considering the box is green. My green screen, you know, it's called a green screen for a reason, so they might, you know, collide and be a little bit different. But we got the Jordan 1 Zion Voodoos. Crazy details throughout the shoe. It comes with this little like holder. I'm not too sure what this is. It does say do not open right there. Really cool little details to the shoe that I absolutely love, including the boxing. As you can see, we have this Zion here, and it has like a little voodoo head in the middle. I desperately need the Jordan 1 Low Voodoos, so if anyone has those, 10.5 used for a good steal, hit me up on Instagram, link in the description. But yeah, we got these. Even the paper is crazy, a lot of cool details. And yeah, here is the shoe itself. Again, if you've been watching, you've seen these before. Not a lot of people like these, you know, they're not everyone's favorite. I really like them, I'm not gonna lie. I did say if I did manage to find these on sale, I might get them as a personal, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to now. You know, I might have just said that just to say that, but I don't think I need these as a personal. They are really nice, but at the end of the day, I don't think I would be wearing these, unfortunately. So that's probably why I won't be picking them up as a personal, because I did buy my size today, because we did buy a lot of sizes, 3 10s and 2 10.5. So that 10.5 I could have worn, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna keep them as a personal. It does come with a crazy amount of laces, but other than that, I don't need them as a personal. I don't really want them anymore. You know, there was a point in time where I was like, these are crazy, but I don't know. I don't see me really wearing them. Plus, I could save that $135 and put it towards the Jordan 1 Low Voodoos, which I really want. But yeah, paid $135 per pair plus tax, so it's around $147, somewhere around there. But yeah, decent little pickup today. These should move really fast just because we got them on sale, and we got those better sizes, 10 and up. And yeah, that's everything we picked up today. You know, decent amount of stuff today. It wasn't anything crazy. Hopefully next time we go, we can get even better stuff. We're gonna go hit up the stores one last time this episode. And yeah, with that being said, let's waste no more time, head up to some stores one last time, and pray we can end this episode with a bang. Well, you know, not every episode is gonna be like amazing, buying thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Little dry today. Didn't really pick up that much. Only what we saw just a few minutes ago with those Jordan 13s and those Jordan Zions. But other than that, guys, kind of dry, unfortunately. But we did sell a lot of stuff this episode, so with that being said, let's go over everything we sold, starting with the Vapor Max 2020 Flyknit Violet Ash Gray Multicolor. We sold the size 12, 11, and 8 women's. Then in the Black Metallic Silver colorway, we sold all of our sizes, both of the 12s, both of the 11.5s, both of the 11s, both of the 10.5s, the 10, 9.5, both of the 9s, both of the 8.5, the 7.5, 7, and the 6.5 women's. Then in the White Pure Platinum colorway, we also sold them all. We sold both of the 11.5s, both of the 11s, both of the 10.5s, the 10, 9.5, and 7.5 women's. Then the Nike Air Max Alpha Trainer 4 in the black colorway, we sold a size 13. Then the Pegasus Trail 3 Gore-Tex Black Smoke Gray, we sold a size 10.5. Then the Jordan Access White, we sold a size 11.5. Then the Jordan Westbrook One Take in the White Metallic Silver, we sold a size 11. Then the Jordan 1 Low Canvas Iris Whisper Sail, we sold a size 6 women's. Then the Jordan 1 Low Craft Inside Out Black, we sold a size 8. And then finally in the Pink Velvet colorway, we sold a size 10.5. And yeah, decent amount of stuff we sold this episode. I'm not too sure where that's gonna put us with our grand total, but with that being said, let's go over our entire inventory, including what we bought today, starting with the Puma LaMelo Ball MB02 Rick and Morty Adventures. We have a size 13, 12, 11, 2 10.5, 2 10s, and 2 6.5s. Then in the Honeycomb colorway, we have a size 10.5, 2 11s, a 12, and 13. Then in the Adidas Adilet 22 Desert Sand colorway, we have a size 8. Then the Nike LeBron 9 Low Reverse Liverpool, we have a 13, 12, 11, 10.5, and 9.5. Then in the Nike Offline 2.0 Summit White colorway, we have a size 13, 11, 2 10s, a 9.5, 9, and 8.5. The Nike Air Zoom Tempo Next Percent Flyknit in the White Hyper Violet Flash Crimson colorway in a size 8. Then in the Nike SB Alley-Oop black toe colorway, we have a 13, 11.5, 11, 10, and 9. Then in the black and white colorway, we have an 11 and 9. Then in the white colorway, we have an 11.5, 11, and 10. Then in the Nike Killshot 2 leather sail oil gray gum colorway, we have a size 10.5, 2 10s, an 11, and an 11.5. Then in the sail gum colorway, we have a size 9, 9.5, 10, 11, and 12. Then in the Air Max 95 N7s, we have a 12 and 11. Then we have the SEM Frank Rudy colorway in a size 13, 12, 11, and 10.5. Then in the normal M Frank Rudy colorway, we have a 12, 11, and 10.5. Then in the black metallic silver colorway, we have 2 9s. Then in the light bone colorway, we have a size 10.5 and 9.5. Then in the Nike Air Max 90 Terrascape Raider foam black white colorway, we have 2 size 10s, 2 8.5s, and an 8. Then in the Gore-Tex Photo Dust colorway, we have a size 13, 2 12s, 3 11.5, 2 11s, 2 10.5, 3 10s, and a 9.5. Then in the olive black reflective colorway, we have 2 13s, a 10, 9, 8.5, and 8. Then in the Recraft triple black colorway, we have 2 13s and a 10. Then in the M Frank Rudy colorway, we have a 13 and 11. Then in the Tunnel Walk colorway, we have a 13, 12, 11, 10.5, and 3 9s. Then in the Nike Air Max 2017 Cool Gray colorway, we have a size 12, 11.5, 11, 2 10.5s, 2 10s, a 9, and 7.5. Then in the Wolf Gray colorway, we have a size 13, 12, 11, 10.5, and 10. Then in the Binary Blue Obsidian colorway, we have a size 12 and 11. Then in the Pure Platinum colorway, we have a size 13, 12, 11, 10.5, 10, 8.5, and 8. Then in the Triple Black colorway, we have a size 14, 12, 10.5, 3 10s, 2 9.5, a 9, 8.5, 8, 7.5, and 2 7s. The Air Max Correlate White, Black, Red colorway in 11.5. Then in the Pure Platinum colorway, we have a 10.5 and 9. Then in the Club Purple Turquoise Blue colorway, we have a 9.5 women's. Then in the Black White Gray colorway, we have a size 13, 12.5, 11, 3 10.5, a 9, 8.5, 2 8s, a 7.5, and 2 7s. Then the Nike Lunar Force 1 Duck Boot Black Gum, we have 2 10.5. Then the Air Force 1 Low Triple White, we have an 11.5. Then in the Black Royal Carbon Fiber colorway, we have 2 11s. Then in the Reflective Swoosh White Blue colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the La Familia colorway, we have a size 8. Then in the Uno colorway, we have a 12, 9.5, 7, 3 6.5s, and a 6. Then in the white black pebbled leather colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the black gold jersey mesh colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the University blue colorway, we have a 13 and 11.5. Then in the Air Max 1 crepe brown colorway, we have a size 11 and 7. Then in the George green colorway, we have a size 8 and 7. Then in the dirty denim colorway, we have 2 13s, 2 12s, 2 10.5s, a 10, and 8.5. Then in the black white black colorway, we have a size 12, 11.5, 10.5, 10. Then 2 8.5 women's and 3 9 women's. Then in the Barely Rose colorway in a 9 women's. Then in the triple white colorway in a size 11.5, 11, 10.5, 10, and 9.5. Then in the Nike Air Max 270 Golf black and white, we have a 13 and 8.5. Then in the Oreo colorway, we have an 8, 7.5, and 6 women's. Then in the triple black colorway, we have a size 10.5. Then in the Nike Air Max Plus white pure platinum, we have a size 10, 9, 8.5, 8, 7, and 6.5 women's. Then in the white grape ice colorway, we have 2 13s, an 11, 10.5, 10, 2 9s, and an 8. Then in the black silver white colorway, we have 3 13s, 4 12s, 2 11.5s, 3 10.5s, a 10, 3 8.5s, and an 8. Then in the black University blue colorway, we have a 13, 12, 11, and 10.5. Then in the white colorway, we have 2 13s, 3 12s, 4 11, and 2 10.5s. Then in the Spirograph colorway, we have a 13, 10.5, 2 9.5s, and a 9. Then the Air Max Thea Mid Ale Brown colorway, we have an 11, 8, 3 7.5s, and a 7 women's. Then in the black Sail colorway, we have a 9, 8.5, 3 8s, a 7.5, and 6.5 women's. Then in the React Infinity Run Black Iron Gray, we have a 10.5 and 9.5. Then in the black colorway, we have a 13, 9, and 8. Then in the Leopard colorway, we have a 9.5, 8.5, 7.5, and 5.5 women's. Then in the Flash Crimson Baltic Blue colorway, we have an 11 and 8. Then in the Wolf Gray colorway, we have a 14, 12, 2 11.5, 3 11, 2 10.5, a 10, 9.5, 3 9s, an 8.5, and 8. Then in the black and white colorway, in women's we have 3 8.5, 3 8, 2 7.5, 2 7s, a 9 and 9.5. Then in men's we have 3 13s, 2 12s, 3 11.5, 3 11s, 2 10.5, 3 10s, 2 9.5, 5 9s, 4 8.5s, and 1 8. Then in the black university red hyper jade, we have a 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, and 9.5. Then in the black safari hyper pink colorway, we have 3 13s and 4 10s. The Nike Air Structure OG white neo teal colorway, we have 2 13s, 3 12.5, 3 12s, 3 11.5, 3 11, 4 10.5, 3 10s, a 9.5, 2 9s, an 8.5, 8, and 7.5. Then in the black smoke gray colorway, we have 3 13, 5 12, an 11.5, 11, 2 10.5, a 9.5, 9, 8.5, and 8. Then in the Nike Free RN black anthrite colorway, we have a 13, 12.5, 12, 11.5, 10.5, 2 10s, a 9.5, 2 9s, and 2 8.5. Then in the black white ombre colorway, we have a 10.5, 9.5, and 9. Then in the wolf gray colorway, we have an 11, 10.5, 10, and 9.5. Then in the peach cream colorway, we have a size 10 women's, 2 9.5s, a 9, 2 8.5s, an 8, 2 7.5s, a 7, and 6 women's. Then in the panda colorway, we have an 8 women's. Then in the phantom metallic gold colorway, we have an 8.5, 9.5, and 2 10 women's. Then in the terry swoosh colorway, we have a 10, 9.5, 9, 8.5, and 5 women's. Then in the light smoke gray colorway, we have a 6 and 7 women's. Then in the Arizona State colorway, we have a 13 and 12. Then in the pink Oxford colorway, we have a 10, 2 9 women's, 2 8.5s, a 7.5, 7, and 6.5 women's. Then in the Next Nature Rift blue colorway, we have a size 10. Then in the Essential Paisley Pack Barely, we have a size 7.5 women's. Then in the Miami Hurricanes colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Deadpool colorway, a 6.5Y. Then in the Desert Camo colorway, we have a 10, 9, 2 8.5s, and 2 8 women's. Then in the Anthrite White colorway, we have a size 12, 11, 10, 9.5, and 9. Then in the Jordan Zion 2 Voodoos, we have 3 10.5s and 2 10s. Then in the Jordan 13 University Blue, we have 8 13s, 4 12s, 6 11.5, 6 11s, a 10.5, and 9.5. Then in the French Blue colorway, we have a 6.5 and 6Y. Then in the Jordan 11 Cherries, we have a size 10, 8.5, 8, 6Y, 2 4.5Ys, 3 4Ys, and 2 3.5Ys. Then in the Jordan 11 Low IE Light Orwood Brown colorway, we have 2 13s. Then in the Jordan 11 Low Cement Gray, we have 2 6.5Ys and 2 13s. Then in the Jordan 9 Fire Reds, we have 3 13, 6 12s, 6 11s, 11 10.5s, 2 9.5s, 3 9s, 2 8.5s, and 8 and 7. Then in the Jordan 7 Citruses, we have a size 12, 2 11s, a 10.5, and 10. Then in the Barely Grape colorway, we have a size 7, 2 6.5Ys, and 2 6Ys. Then in the Jordan 6 Georgetowns, we have 6 13s, 2 12s, 6 11, 2 10.5s, a 10, 2 9.5s, a 9, and 8. Then in the Jordan 5 UNCs, we have 4 size 13s, a 12, and a size 8. Then in the Jordan 4 Midnight Navy, we have 2 size 5Ys. Then in the Seafoam colorway, we have a size 10 and 9.5 women's. Then in the Dark Iris colorway, we have a size 12, 11.5, and 11. Then in the White Cement Reimagine, we have 2 4Ys. Then in the Jordan 1 Low True Blues, we have a size 13, 11.5, and 10. Then in the Marina Blue colorway, in a size 6 women's. Then in the Concord colorway, we have a size 13, 12, 4 11s, 2 10s, 3 7Ys, a 6.5, 6, 5, and 4Y. Then in the Game Royal colorway, we have a 12. Then in the Stealth colorway, we have a size 10, 9, 8.5, 8, and 7.5 women's. The Jordan 1 High True Blue, we have a 5Y. Then in the Jordan 1 High Taxis, we have 2 7Ys, 4 13, and a size 8. Then in the Lost and Found colorway, we have a size 1.5Y, 2 1Ys, a 5C, and a 7C. The Stealth colorway in a 6 and 4Y. Then in the NYC to Paris colorway, we have a 7.5. Then the White Black Volt University Gold colorway in a 9.5. Then in the Starfish colorway, we have a 7.5, 7, 2 6.5s, 2 6, a 5.5, and 5 women's. And finally, the Jordan 1 High Dior's in a size 9.5. And yeah, if you guys are new here and you were wondering in the very beginning why we only had that little bit of cash, but we've been doing this for 70 plus episodes, that is why. We literally have tens of thousands of dollars in our inventory alone. And yeah, unfortunately, a little bit of driving episode, not much you can really do. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any of my newest videos. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support recently on all my social medias. If you guys are only subscribed to me on YouTube, I have Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot on there as well, so go give me a follow on there too. And yeah, thank you guys for all the support recently. It's been amazing. And with that being said, let's waste no more time and roll our brand new tally right now.